Howdy folks, Matter with Gulf Coast Fit, the beautiful Atitlan Underground here at Tierra Atitlan. I'm about to run through an upper body vertical pulling training session in just 10 minutes. I've been doing some videos about how to make the most out of a short time frame. If you're light on time, can't get to the gym, can't carve out an hour to work out at home or whatever. Let's say you've only got 10 or 15 minutes. That doesn't mean you can't get a solid training session in, even a strength training session. So the structure here is a 10-minute EMOM. That means you're going to do 10 sets in 10 minutes. The important thing is that you start each set. In this case, I'm doing weighted pull-ups for a vertical pulling workout. This is going to be a 10-minute back workout. Like I was saying, every minute on the minute, you need to start your set promptly. That's very important so that you can make the most out of that short recovery time frame that you inevitably have after each set. So my aim here is to do 5 reps per minute. And remember, you don't have to have a pull-up rig or any equipment to do a 10-minute EMOM. This is simply an example of how to get kind of a hybrid strength and conditioning session in this case for upper body vertical pulling in just 10 minutes. Now, spoiler alert, I did do some warm-up drills to get my shoulders ready, my elbows prepped, activate my biceps and lats. I did some dislocates, some band pull-aparts. I did a couple of quick sets without any additional load. So I did spend about 5 minutes warming up for this, but the actual workout is only 10 minutes long. When you put it all together, it's 15 minutes long. So my point is that you can be very productive, effective, and induce a training stimulus in a very short period of time. With an EMOM, the key is density. You're getting 10 sets in 10 minutes. Whether you're doing pull-ups or some other vertical pull exercise or an EMOM for a different body part, you need to always think about your parameters. How much weight are you using? How many reps are you performing? How fatigued does that set make you? If you finish a set in 45 or 50 seconds, chances are that 10 seconds isn't enough to recover. So in this case, 5 reps. I want to move some weight. I want to do a heavier strength-based workout in just 10 minutes. So with additional load of, this is like 30 pounds and 20 pounds, I've got a couple options. 5 reps I'm a big fan of because I finish in less than 30 seconds. So I get enough, just enough time to feel like I can squeeze out that next set. What I'm also going to do is manipulate my variations. I'm going to switch off between a wide grip pull-up to hit more of the upper lats and rear delts, and a reverse grip supinated pull-up to hit more of the biceps and mid part of your lats. So by switching back and forth, that also ensures that I'm able, hopefully ensures that I'm able to get through these 10 sets of weighted pull-ups. So keep all of your parameters in mind. Variations make a big difference too, just like anything. All right. Set 1 coming up. I'm going to start with the wide grip. Gotta have a timer with you. Full range of motion. Full hang. All right. Took me about 15 seconds. Which is great. 45 seconds to recover for a heavyish set of 5 weighted pull-ups. Is sufficient, but somewhat minimal. Round by round, you're going to notice that even with low volume, you can get pretty fatigued. There can be a conditioning element to this, a little bit of cardiovascular work in. You just don't want the fatigue accumulation to get in the way of your performance. If it does, you need to rethink which exercise selection you've got. It's not safe to do sloppy, fatigued pull-ups. Here we go, reverse grip. Something I love about weighted pull-ups is It's actually a very formidable core exercise as well. Weighted pull-ups demand that you engage your abs very aggressively. Keep everything locked in. Don't forget your recovery breath. Make every breath count. I'm going to keep doing pause reps while I can. That's intentional. A little more time. All right, it's go time. The last rep, I couldn't get a pause in. It's A-okay. Starting with pauses for a reason, to make it harder. And when I need to change the parameters, take the pause away, I have that benefit and that advantage. We're holding this in between my legs. Inner thighs are getting a great workout too. Isometric hip adduction. I've only done 15 pull-ups. Starting to get a little gassed. Like I said, this is maybe 30 pounds. Far from what a 5-rep max would do. Maybe I could do twice as much for a 5-rep max, but I'm doing a set every minute. Different ball game entirely. I would say, legitimately, I only got 3 pauses in there. You can see the direction this is going. But all of these parameters are things that I'm taking into consideration. I don't need to move down in weight yet. I can simply take another pause away from another rep. Round by round, things change as fatigue accumulation sets in. It's part of the fun. It's an ever-changing puzzle. It's a science and an art. There you go. Whew. Barely got 3 pause reps in. And you see I had to implement a bit of a rest pause between the 4th and 5th reps. Hit a pause at the bottom, take a breath, then move on. Another form of a regression in order to keep getting the job done. Remember, a wise regression is actually a form of progression. Changing things deliberately at the right time is a very advanced training approach. 5 down, 5 to go. I'm in the kitchen. I'm not dropping the weight yet. I am dropping the pauses though. Whoa. No pauses there. I hit a wall fast. And you see that even with some rest pauses at the bottom, I'd say that 5th final rep was not full range of motion. It's more like 4 3/4. Which tells me if I don't do full range of motion on my next set, I'm gonna move down in weight. Something I always prioritize, usually prioritize. In this case, I want the full range of motion to stay intact. Doing partial reps intentionally is a different intensity technique. We're not implementing that today. Okay. Speed these reps up, try to get through 5. Whew. Now I'd say I got there, but I'm going to go ahead and move down in weight. Those didn't feel like the best reps. Feels like I can get more out of moving down in weight. I'm gonna move from, this is about 30 pounds, maybe this is about 20 pounds. Now the 10 pounds does make a big difference. Doing that intra-set drop. You gotta tweak things as you go, very important. Pay attention to your performance, how things feel. Don't let yourself off the hook and regress prematurely. Make wise regressions when it's absolutely necessary. All right, set 8. All right, I am doing fast reps now, just to ensure that I get through them. I've only got 2 more sets left. Now that I know I can bust through 5 reps by decreasing the load, I'm going to tweak the dials again. I'm going to try to add 1 or 2 pauses in. So now I'm progressing again, intra-workout, intra-set. I'm making it a little harder. Just 1 or 2 pauses, that's all I'll need. Finish line's in sight. Set 9, coming right up. Oh yeah, now I gotta get him done. Oh, now that was my last set of wide grip, and I feel that was right on the money. I did 2 pauses in the beginning, but then I had to implement a rest pause at the bottom of the rest of the reps just to get them done. That felt like a 5 rep max set. I don't think I would have been able to do 6, which at the end of the last couple sets, it's right where you want to be. You want to feel like you would not be able to do 6 reps. Maybe in the first sets you would be able to do some more, but it's the accumulation over 10 minutes. We're playing the long game. Long being 10 minutes here. Not too long. Here we go. Cherry on top set, last set, best set. 3 pauses. 4 pauses. Oh, wow. All right. Cherry on top, extra rep there. Because my 5th rep, I didn't get it up all the way. For me personally, to have peace of mind, I want to finish with a full last rep. So, drop the weight, cherry on top. In 10 minutes, a 10-minute EMOM. You don't have to do weighted pull-ups. You could do a lat pull-down. You could do inverted rows. You could do any type of heavy or not heavy pulling exercise. But in 10 minutes, you can get a back workout in. Just remember, depends on your exercise selection, which depends on your equipment. Depends on the rep ranges. So you can go for a little bit more high volume, even more cardiovascular. If you're choosing an exercise that you're doing 10, 15 reps every minute, because you're gonna get less reps, less rest. Or it can be a little more strength based. Do 5 reps of something. But sky's the limit. Remember, it's an art and a science. Stay strong.